Tanya TKO here, and right now I am down in the belly of Manhattan, taking care of some business. And I was thinking to myself, I had these thoughts just rotating round and round in my mind. And I wanted to come out and speak with you all about this idea that I wanted to find out from you all how you felt about this, right? I'm going to give you all a few moments to come in. Let's see. All right. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. I'm waiting for the text to go out to the text notification squad. When I do a show, I do a 15-minute countdown, and you get the text notification during that 15-minute countdown. But when I just go live impromptu like this, it's not a show, but um, I go live, and then the going live triggers the notification. So welcome in, everybody. I am your host, Tanya TKO. I am a self-love specialist from TanyaTKO.com. I help you learn how to love yourselves and one another. On this channel, we use viral video topics as teachable moments for what self-love or self-abuse looks like in your own life. And last night we were covering Fresh and Fit. They were on this podcast. And today we're supposed to be diving deeper into, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Somebody asked if I'm in London. It does look very Londony, right? I think there's this man with his dog near my car. Come on. It's like, come on. It's like the caucasity of some people. It's like they don't care. Uh, you know what? Let me. It's like come on. Like you're gonna let a dog pee on a tire with a person inside the car? These people just, ugh. No, I'm not in London. I don't even know if Londoners would have the cheek to be able to behave like these Manhattanites. So nonetheless, I haven't gotten my text notification yet, but it should be coming. Okay, so I just got the text notification. All right, so welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Harold is claiming that they call each other gods where he's from, and that's not even what I'm talking about. So now that the text notification got their text, so that's because there was one person complaining yesterday that the text doesn't come in when I do a live broadcast. It doesn't come in before the broadcast, and I'm like, the broadcast is what triggers the text. There's a lot of different systems that go into play to get a text out. So welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so let's jump into the topic. Why do so many Black men compare themselves to beasts? And as I was sitting here just contemplating over the broadcast that we did last night and the broadcast that we're going to do today, because Fresh and Fit, the broadcast that we did last night, they were talking about that Knight Rider, I don't date Black, I'm not down with the brown, et cetera, right? And then somebody actually let me know that that term Knight Rider is one from the Knights of the Hooded, whatever these people call themselves, right? Which is a joke the dude made in the beginning of the podcast. So which means I'm gonna have to dive deeper into that. But nonetheless, so this morning I was having an epiphany. Welcome in, welcome. And I'm talking about the dating and mating preferences that Black men decide to say that they have, right? They start talking about the animal kingdom. Whenever you start talking about the preferences or the mating habits, etc., they start talking about the animal kingdom, and they start talking about lions and how the female lions do the lion's share of the hunting and all this other stuff, blah blah blah. And they start talking about dogs and all this other stuff, all these other beasts in the animal kingdom. Oh, um, these animals are not monogamous, they just have intercourse willy-nilly, blah, blah, blah. But there are some animals who are naturally monogamous, like wolves, right? Which is very ironic for them to call themselves dogs. And then wolves are canines who are monogamous. They mate for life, right? But nonetheless, I was sitting here thinking, and I was like, why is it that the comparison is to beasts of, I don't want to say lower mental capacity, but beasts who, what's a politically correct way to put it? Human beings are where we are because of our ability to have sentient sense of self, logic, decision making, willpower, as well as what are the things that make humans human? Why is it that we are considered to be at the top of the mental sphere? But when it comes to talking about sexual behavior, far too many men reduce themselves to beasts as if we have not evolved to the ability to be able to have logic, decision making, reasoning, rationale, sentient sense of self, etc. And I just wanted to pose that question. I wanted to pose that question to you all. Because I understand that we're animals. I understand that our very essence and nature, I understand that we're animals, but we are also human beings. And we also have the ability to think and rationalize. And on this podcast that we're going to be talking about today, if I can get everything taken care of down here and get back home in enough time to be able to, to be able to broadcast, etc., right? Get to the studio, broadcast, etc. In the podcast, Fresh and Fit were going on about how, you know, he doesn't, well, the Arab one or the Muslim one, he was saying he doesn't see himself ever being with one woman. And he started talking about the animal kingdom, how uh, he doesn't, we'll play the exact clip. But the Indian guy on there was like, yeah, but we're human, we're men, and we have the ability to think critically, to we have risen above beast status. And I thought about that broadcast that we had with the supremacists who came out, the white supremacists, and came out calling that guy on his show a beast of the field. And I started wondering, right, because these dudes, and we talked about it last night, like these dudes are basically aligning themselves with beasts, proudly proclaiming that they have the 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 moral standing of beasts comes to procreation. And these guys, these married guys who are non-black, they were schooling these dudes on the podcast, and it makes me wonder, why is it that these guys don't understand when you abandon your children, your DNA has a lesser chance of survival. Like the Indian dude was schooling him because, listen, I love evolutionary psychology, right? So I understand why we do some of the things that we do from an animalistic standpoint. I understand hardwired for certain types of behaviors, but I don't understand the reluctance to step into that higher evolution. That's the part that I don't understand. I don't understand the 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 desire to stay in beast like mode, to be to have your actions align with those of non-critical thinking animals, right? And I'm curious, and I really want to know your answers. I'm going to read some of your answers in a moment. It's chilly out here. The sun was coming in, and I was able to stay warm that way. But now the sun has moved behind this skyscraper. I would show you all, but I don't want to reveal my location because I am stopped in the car, and when I used to, sometimes people meet you where you are, and you know what I mean. No, no, no. So, nonetheless, right? So, I want to see some of your answers because I'm like, when are we going to get to the point that we as Black people stop proudly embracing detrimental stereotypes that keep us stuck, that keep us in a lowered state? Because this Indian guy was like, well, if you want your children to do, he's like, marriage is better for children. Investing in your offspring is best for the success of your genes out there. And I'm like, why is it that they're not getting this? Why is it that they place the full burden on women raising children without them? And when the women are not able to do as good a job as they could have done with them, they blame the women for how the children come out. When I'm like, you did not invest in your children. They're over here complaining about first of all, I can't wait till we do this broadcast because they're complaining about how men are being used for money, how they're broadcasted that women don't deserve men who are in the top 1%, et cetera, right? They don't deserve these men. There's so few of them to go around. Then they start talking about how then they start talking, what is it? Person crossing right in front of my car, and his whole face was pink and plasticky. Oh my goodness. Nonetheless, right? Nonetheless, they're talking about how there aren't enough of these men to go around, but then they start talking about how child support and divorce laws and all this other stuff that women are taking men for their all their money and stuff. And I'm like, which one is it? I'm like, is it that there are very few men out there with money? Or is it that women are taking all of these men for their money? It's like you, you we're not in the days where women are not working. Women are working too. The little bit of money that they're talking about, I think they said the average amount of child support that men are having to pay in this country. Damn, I wish I knew the stat. I believe it was like $50 a week or something like that. Something, I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. And if there is somebody who knows, because the Census Bureau has it, but sometimes you hear some data and it doesn't really stick inside. But we're talking about men who are fussing about not providing financial support for their children and that the fee they're paying is nominal. It's like $50 a week or $50 a month, something like that. If there's somebody out there who knows or who could send me the link because they've been in these circles talking about this stuff, please let me know. Go to TanyaTKO.com, click on contact, send me the link to the data, right? Because I want to be able to reference this because it's like women are working too. They have jobs. They're not like if you're married and you build something with your wife, you're married for 10, 20 years and you build a business in relationship with your wife. She is entitled to half of that. I don't understand why this is so difficult for people to understand. It's like they want to take you, they want you to stay at home and do all of these feminine, submissive things. But then when they leave you, they don't want you to get half of what is rightfully yours from them being able to acquire that stuff while you were doing the things that you needed to do to take care of house and home that allowed them to be out there and build this in your family. She's entitled to half of that. But nowadays, we're not talking about, they use the reference of these men with gigantic earnings and the women getting that and them feeling that the women don't deserve that, right? And comparing that to the average guy whose woman is out there working, who when they get divorced, what is she getting? If you have children, she's gonna get like they give alimony if the wife is not because of the situation that she was in that relationship, if she was not working and needs to be able to be supported or be homeless, it's like they're arguing for you not to be homeless. So it's like this is what I'm saying. And when we talk about financial, when we were talking the other day about, what do you call this, starting to get really cold out here. It is, I don't know the temperature in New York, but I'm sure it's about 20 something degrees right now. So it's starting to get chilly. So nonetheless, when we talk about mental health, right, and men not taking the time to stay on top of their mental health, we have a lot of men out here who are controlling and abusive. And a form of that abuse is financial abuse. So they want to be able to control you financially, make sure that you don't work, that you don't have money, et cetera, right? And I'm not talking about all cases because listen, there's some really good men out there and they are supporting their wives financially and they're not financially abusive. I don't want women to be like, "Oh, this is why I must wear this." Listen, every relationship is different, every man is different. But there are a portion of men out there who want to engage in financial abuse. They want to be able to get you stuck in a situation where you're not making money, you're not earning, and then when they leave you, they want you to be homeless. They want you to suffer. They want you to be down on the ground, crawling across the glass rather, begging them to come back to you so that they don't die. This is what they want. And so it's like you're arguing about, oh, the sun is coming back. Thank goodness. Okay. Now I'm in like Two Face from that DC Comics or Marvel. You see me, I got Two Face now. One face is the happy face. One face is the evil. Okay, nonetheless. Okay. So I want to see your comments. We're not doing a show right now, so I don't have the ability to put the comments on the screen as we're broadcasting. Um, I'm glad that I don't have any babies by these sperm dispensers. But you know what? The thing about it is, I don't want us women to go out there and not procreate. I want you to be able to share and spread your genes as well. However, however, you have got to pick the right man that's going to be there, that's going to invest in your family. 17 is saying, Tanya, oh, hold on. It's trying, oh, goodness. No. Oh, wait. What's happening? I could put comments on the screens. Oh my Lord, what's this? But I can't see the comment anymore. Tanya, at this point, you shouldn't have to make a disclaimer for not all men. If it don't apply to them, let it fly to the problem. Okay? Oh wow, look at that. I didn't know that I had the ability to do that. I think she said $50 a week, like $200 a month, but I don't even think it's $200 a month. Honestly, I think it's like $50 a month. Honestly, I think it's something really menial. I think it's something that's really menial. Let me see what this says. This says chat overlay. I don't know what that means. It says new comments will display here. Um, but I don't see new comments displaying there. I don't know. I don't know. He did everything he could to set me back, but nothing prevailed. All right. Oh, look, new comments. Can you all see those comments on the screen? If you can, let me know because that is interesting. I Jenkins says, "Are you still living in your car? I want to help you if I can." That was 5 years ago. So if you still talking about that, if a person is living in their car for 5 years, they want to live in their car. They want to. If a person is living in their car for 5 years, they want to be there at that point. They want to. So, all right, you said that you can't see it, but it's small. That's so weird. I'm gonna take it off because I don't. How interesting. Do you all rather see them or not? Because I feel like I'm in the corner now. Let me see if I make this larger. What happens? It says drag from the top and touch the button to exit. I am. All right. I just look. I don't know what I'm doing because I am. This is my first time broadcasting this way. Reload site cancel. I'm sorry. I'm bugging out. Hide messages. All right. All right. So listen. I don't know. I hope we're still live. I think it kicked us off for a second. I don't know. Listen, these types of things happen. All right. It's too small on the phone for the people to see. So anyway, let's just forget that then. Let's just forget that. I mean, no, no, no. We got bumped. I think we got bumped off of Facebook. I don't know. Listen, now we're back. Now we're back. I like it. Maybe you can ask people on the streets. No, I don't want anybody in my energy right here. I don't want anybody in my energy. All right. So somebody's saying the messages are blurry. All right. So I'm on Facebook as well, but we got bumped off of something because there were 500 people on the broadcast. Now there's 158. So we got bumped from somewhere. All right. I should not have to take care of a grown woman, just like every time I touch the comment to see it, it says show. So here, so it's going to show it. So this is a person named Armor or something like that. I should not have to take care of a grown woman, just like she should not with a grown man, no matter of the marriage or relationship. So when you all have children, it's like either somebody is at home with the children or the children are with a stranger or whom else. So think about he should not have to take care of a grown woman. Look, if that is, look, you see, the thing is that what is best for the children? What is best for the family structure that you all have set up? Is it best for both parents to be working? Ah, I can't even touch anything. Is it best for both parents to be working and the children be latchkey kids and the education of the children and the all the extracurricular stuff and all of the things that go on in the house? Is it better for somebody else to do that? So if that same person who asked that, you are one, okay with your children, even your babies, being looked after by and having children who can't speak being looked after by strangers is very risky. So you're okay with strangers watching your children. You're okay with splitting the household duties 50-50 down the middle. And you are also okay with your children drinking synthetic formula instead of being breastfed. You are okay with all of these different things. You're okay with carrying a child inside of your body. It's like they talk all of this mess, but see, women, just pay attention. Just pay attention. Somebody says he doesn't need a woman at all, but the thing is that they broke but want to be treated like kings. Let me tell you. It's like he's expecting to be in a, I guess, 50-50 household when we already know that women still, even in this day and age, still do the lion's share of caretaking for the children and household duties. So these nakers want you to be able to do 50-50, but it's really like 70-30 with them doing all they got to do is show up. That's all they got to do. Show up. Black men don't care about family. Oh, I lost it. I'm not well versed on how to do this. All right. Someone says this is an excuse with him not being a man, and why should you get married? Stay alone. But the thing is, we do live in a day and age. Listen, I do have a question for you ladies then. If most women do not want to be the sole caretakers of the home, then why do we also want to not be 50-50? I want to know that from your point of view. So most women are like, I don't want to do all the housework. I don't want to do all the house chores. I want him to participate in that stuff equally as well. And then so I want to know from your point of view. I'm asking just playing devil's advocate. I want to see what you ladies have to say. Karima says men like him hate responsibility, but he expects her to cook, clean, and take care of the house. He needs to stay single. And then this person says, I think a few men don't understand or appreciate the role women play at home. When COVID hit, my eyes got open to how much my wife does. I actually had to apologize. Yeah, well, I'm happy your eyes were finally opened. I'm disgusted that they were even closed for so long. Taylor says, but most women are going to do that anyway. Listen, I don't even know. Anwar says, I think that's the same guy who made that comment. I'm active in my kid's life, but we not together. So who you choose to be with have nothing to do with me. That was the same guy who put up that comment about not taking care of a grown woman, right? You're not married. Your children are in a different household, and you're talking about taking care of a grown woman. Maybe if you weren't so defiant, you would be able to keep a woman. Why are you alone? Are your children in a different household? Is that the best thing for your children? And then also, are they spread out throughout different households? Are they with the same woman? And Bria says Tanya's eye rolls let's see, Tanya's eye rolls. I can't even see because it's too small on my screen. But Pat says, Tanya, their eyes are closed because black men, it's not, it didn't come up on the screen. Oh, their eyes are closed because black men were never taught. I don't even know. I don't know. This is depressing. Our young ladies need to stay childless. The sun is coming into my eyes, so I can't see what's on the screen anymore, but I hope you all can see it. All right. So that's my question. That's my question. Sharice is saying, do you wear reading glasses? I don't, but the sun is right here. You see it shining in my eyes, so it's like I can't see what's going on the screen. And then maybe if I put this right, no, it's not even covering it. It's not covering because it's shining onto the screen. But you know what? The sun is shining off of the glass from a skyscraper. Don't I look lovely in this? I see your sun in the morning sun. Something, something in the morning rain. All right. I don't know what this song is. We either grow up with no role models, incarcerated fathers and uncles, or men's dads who have to work at night. So we are left to figure it out. All right. Hold for 1 second. I'm getting a call. All right. Hello, hello. I don't know what. Hello. All right. I'm back. So I had to answer that call. Like I told you, I'm down here taking care of some business, some stuff that needs to be taken care of. And all right. I hope that you all are still in the mix. Let's see. Men by nature are supposed to, it goes by too quick for me to see. I can't see any of this. Um, Natural lighting is the best. That is the bees, geese. You will see the Bee Gees. Oh, the Bee Gees. Okay. At a certain point, lack of role model is an excuse. And then so that goes back to all right. That goes back to some of what it is that we were saying, right? That goes back to some of what it is that we were saying. Um, at what point do we say, well, you know what? I'm a human being of higher mental capacity, and I I am able to think. I wonder if I turn my camera to the side. Let's see. Will it? All right. I think it. Oh my lordy. All right. I think it turned to the side for us. Oh my lord. This is not. This thing is playing games with me. And now I can't see the comments anymore. Oh, this is a mess. This is a mess. But you know what? Ah! This is too much. What is going on? What is going on? I'm just gonna put it back where I had it. This is too much. All right. All right. So we back over here. This is too much. All right. Okay. So listen. This is Chronicles gone wrong. Listen, I don't know what is going on. What's going on? All I know is that the lighting is magnificent on me. That's all I know. That's all I know. That's all I know. Okay, let's continue forward. This goes back to what it was that I was saying about identifying with a beast's mind and why so many Black men are okay with comparing themselves to beasts, behaving like mindless beasts, and fitting into so many of the stereotypes that are not beneficial to any of us. There's enough absent fathers to wrap around the planet 10 times over. Enough is enough. And it's like, why is it that men are not caring about the outcome of their offspring? Far too many men don't seem to care. You aren't trying to learn how the other side feels. You want us to do emotional labor for you. Oh goodness, Kia says some of those animals are more loyal. My lord, because there was there's these guys. Their thing is nowadays their thing is to be like, oh, you're going to end up with cats or dogs. And for some people, that is a better option than having some of these men. You know what I mean? Lioness is saying that's a bit iffy because if you literally weren't taught right from wrong, you will have a warped idea of morality. And once you're grown, that is difficult to unlearn unless a shrink can convince you. And I also think that that's a cop out. I think that we can. Ooh, the chill is coming in. I think that's a cop out because I think that we as human beings are a lot greater than our parents, a lot greater than our surroundings, a lot greater than our upbringing. I believe that we are connected to God essence inside of each one of us, right? We're connected to higher being because we are a fragment of the ray of the light of God in each one of us. And so I believe at a core level that there is a part of us in there that understands that we come from the oneness and that we are a reflection of how we treat others and that how we feel about ourselves is a reflection of that. Beasts disguised as humans, horrible conditions. I'd rather stay with cats than be in toxicity. Absolutely. Most libraries have literacy programs. If you don't know, go learn something. Listen, I just now the sun has again. Oh, I was having that wonderful lighting. It's amazing how much warmth the sun provides. And it's like that way with women. It's like women provide so much warmth and I gotta put my thing on because a sister is starting to get cold in here. Let me zip up 'cause I gotta it's chilly. Okay, there we go. All right. I have to. Whew. All right. So, nonetheless, my thing is all right. Oh, can't have kids too old now for adoption, but we sick old people stick together. Oh, my Lord. Listen, easily influence men who walk into the stereotypes and not interested in breaking them. Forever Ever is asking you in New York, where have you been? I've been in New York for so long now. I've been here for a minute. Somebody saying turn the car on. No, I'm not turning it Somebody saying I missed the whole broadcast. Tanya out there and the storm's coming. Listen, winter is coming for so many people. Winter. All right. Plus, a lot of times they were taught right from wrong. If I ever saw Tanya on the streets, I would fan out. Life is not about feelings. Feelings will keep you from progress. Too many people give up easily. It's unbelievable. Young boys do not have good role models. And you know what? The thing about it is, why is it that there aren't more people willing and wanting to break the stereotypes? That's the thing that just it's just so bizarre to me. And that's where the original question came from in this video. Why is it that men will reduce their behavior to the behavior of that of beasts instead of saying, you know what? We have evolved, we have come this far, we are men, we have the ability to do logic, reasoning, decision making, sentient sense of self, etc., morality, knowing right from wrong, etc., etc. But when it comes to sexual behavior and those types of things, they reduce themselves to mindless beasts and then wonder why they continue to be regarded this way. Like, how can any man who understands the importance of caring for your family, how can any man respect another man who would abandon his own children? That is the ultimate act of self hate right there. When you abandon your children, oh, that's the ultimate act of self hate, abandoning your children and not caring for them, leaving them out there to fend for themselves. Somebody's saying stereotypes are preventing you from seeing the greatness. All right. They reduce their behavior beasts, but if the beasts understand they must play their roles. All right. Here we go. It's finally stable. It's stable. All right. My question is, why aren't there more men putting in time to mentor young men to value themselves? Value themselves? There's so many men out here that don't value children. Somebody sent me a video of a Black man talking about how your children are not an asset to me. And he was going on and on. And I was like, this person is blind and confused. Like, come on. So they don't see the value in children. They don't see the value in pouring into children. So men are leaving their children. Other men don't see the value in the children. And it's like, how can you really, like, you don't love Black people if you don't, if you have a problem with Black women having Black children. Like, you don't really love Black people. I'm just freestyling it off the top of my mind right now, but I'm just thinking to myself, this issue comes from somewhere. It's like it's like there are so many men who are talking about, oh, if you're a single mother, you have less worth. And I'm like, you're talking about a person who has traversed through the journey of creating another human being. You're talking about a person who has created another Black person. It's like they'll be quick to be on the one hand and talk about, oh, Planned Parenthood is the number one killer of this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. And they'll talk about all these Black children that were never born. But the ones who are born, the women are shamed for borning them. I know, birthing them, I'll just say that, right? They're shamed for birthing them. They're put into a lower category. So it's like, which one is it? Should we continue to birth children, or is birthing children a problem in the Black community? Because it's like, you mother effers want to have intercourse. Intercourse creates children. But when a human is created from that intercourse, you want to act stupid. You want to act like a beast. A woman saying that she sent that video to me, she couldn't even get through it. The video, I'd like to do a response to the video. The video is sickening. This man with some long, big twists in his hair talking about your women, stop saying your children come first. He was just so bitchy and so
just ugh. Like, come on. I just Texas is trying to ban abortions because they want more white babies. They don't want your little nigglets out there. And black men don't seem to want them either. It's like, I just don't understand. Where is the self love in abandoning your children? Where is the tribe pride in feeling that children, humans, black people, created to be able to move the needle for us in this country, that those are problems? Like, but then it's like, because men hate other men and they don't really see how they hate other men through their actions. So part of the reason that they don't like your children is because they hate the fact that another man's child has been created. They hate men. They know that, or they feel that a man's body touching your body lowers your worth. It's like they have all of this internalized hatred for each other, for themselves, and they don't really see how they hate themselves with this notion that a woman's body touching theirs increases their worth. A man's body touching somebody else's decreases his worth. Even a man touches a woman, his their worth is decreased. A man touches another man, his worth is decreased. It's like men think of their bodies as these negative, value draining entities. How can you love yourself when you feel in a sexual exchange that you are the winner and a person who touches your body is the loser? How can you love yourself with that type of mentality? It's like, come on, come on. It's like they're not getting it. They're not getting it. They're not getting it. Whew, all right, I got to get a little bit of warm air in here. I got to get a little bit of warm air in here. It's getting too cold. Oh, but look at how the phone is shaking. All right, let me just get some warm air in here, and I'm gonna turn it back off because I know that sound is loud. All right, not all women push men away. You have to say not all. They want more mentors, but don't want to be mentors. Yeah, exactly. Many black men have abandoned themselves first. That's why they can't be present for anyone else. They only understand physical feelings. Divorce rates by ethnicity. You should have been turned on the heat, Tanya. We can't hear. You can't hear the car right now? Oh, all right. Well, listen, I'm starting to get hungry though. I want to go get a toasted bagel with cream cheese. I want a toasted sesame bagel with cream cheese. New York bagels are the best, y'all. New York bagels are the best. But Manhattan, they be having these kiosks with cold ass, hard, dry bagels on them. I want something toasted. Oh, I love New York so much. New York is the best city on earth. There's no city that compares. You know what? I was in Colombia, the country, and they have these flat pieces of pan fried bread that have some cheese in them or something. I forgot what they call them. I don't think it's not called abondegas. I can't remember what it's called. But oh, if you're a Colombiano or Colombiana, my God, send me some of your pan. I love that. Somebody asked, how do I find parking? I have parking angels. Wherever I go, I can always find parking right in front of wherever it is I go. Manhattan, Brooklyn, in other countries, it doesn't matter. I have an energy that just attracts parking to me. I set the intention and I drive out, and then the thing is falling, and then I just get parking. It's just as simple as that. I miss everything in New York. I want to move back, but they gentrified to kicking everyone out. Yeah, it's true. Did you see the video I sent your website? Black man saying black men are going to regret mistreating black women because he's seeing us divesting. When did you send that? If you let's see, when did you send it? Because if you sent it a while ago, I think that there was a video that went viral a few months ago about that, but that was at a time that I wasn't making videos every day. Somebody wants some Turkish food. Oh, I miss Greek breakfast. I miss the red rice and turkey. Oh, I miss baklava. Oh my God. I miss baklava. Oh, I wish. Oh my God. When I was in the Middle East and I tasted baklava for the first time, I was hooked. It's like this crisp bread with honey. Oh, and it has like pistachios. Oh, that is heaven in a bite. And Turkish delights. Oh, I spent a few weeks in Istanbul. Mm, mm. Jason is saying, listen to your man, ladies. Give him room to explain himself and learn to work. Let me put this on the screen because it's not letting me. And learn to work with his boundaries. Keep the man around his kids. Help build that bond. Go F yourself, please. I'm sorry. I think that sentiment is ridiculous. When we start talking, we have all of these rules and regulations, and we have all of this instruction for women and how women can do this better and how women. You know what? I'm in New York, and I swear I could scream to the top of my lungs and not a person would turn. Because that's just how it is in New York. I'm going to try it. Look, they don't even care. This is New York for you. I'm so sick and tired. I'm going to turn back off the car. Let me get a little bit more warmth. I'm so sick and tired of men and all their damn grace and glory, supposed, offering all of this damn advice to women. But they have no freaking instructions for themselves. They got no guidance for themselves. They got no way for them to touch inside of themselves to be better men, better human beings, better partners, better husbands. Come on. Fix yourself up and you wouldn't be creating broken homes. Fix yourself up. Listen, let me tell you something. A woman who has your child is more likely to want to stay with you. A woman who gets rid of you, even after having your children, you are a effing problem. You're a problem, most likely. Not in every case, because some women have some issues going on in them too. But most likely you're a problem if she has bore your child. If she carried your child inside of her, to turn the car off, it was just very loud for me. If she's carried your child inside of her for 9 months and pushed this human being into the world, and she has still gotten rid of you, knowing that her chances of dating and mating are reduced now that she's walking around with your pick-me, there's a problem with you that she would rather go out there and face the world than face life with you. And it's like, this is the thing that men just don't seem to get. Come on. This is a thing that they don't seem to get. They're always talking about how you can keep a man, how you can do this, how you can do that. Yes, if you sit there and you listen to everything and you lower and reduce yourself and you put yourself into stress response where your uterus is getting all beat up by different types of disease. Your thyroid is busting out your neck. Your breasts are attacking you from cancers and all types of stuff because you've lowered and reduced yourself and your human mobility to be able to fit into his narrow view of what it is that him in his reduced senses feels that he wants. Come on. It is not just about you, sir. If you have a relationship, it is about both people in those relationships. Ask yourself, how can you make your relationship work better? Instead of how a woman can get along better with you, what can you do as a man? What can you do as a man to keep and strengthen your relationships? You're so busy trying to figure out how to swing your balls from Frisco to Maine that you want to go from coast to coast and country to country slinging dick, never settling down, but you don't really understand how you evolve, how you ascend into the next level of your humanness, of your manliness, when you grow and you evolve into a husband. Come on, but far too many N-words out here are just so busy stuck in beast mode. Well, beast mode is when you work out, but and acting like beasts that you don't understand that you're keeping yourself small. Other men are getting this. Other men are getting this. It's like white men understand, okay, I have it. You should see these white men with their strollers and their children are talking and having all these conversations with them, and they are picking up their little boys and patting them and hugging them and letting them emote their feelings. Meanwhile, you all have abandoned your children. Oh my gosh. Gosh. It's like I don't understand. Oh, somebody is being sensitive. Famu, why are you so sensitive? If it's not you, you good. You act like we pulling what we're saying out of the air. And it's like, so you want to gaslight? Listen, who is saying that? Famu Brooklyn. Yo, son, I'm in New York. I guarantee you, if I looked into your life, you fit some of the stuff that I'm saying. You know how I know? Because it's hard to see other people. I mean, sorry, it's hard to see yourself. It's easy to see other people. And the fact that you are in such denial, that you are denying that this even exists out here, means that you are part of the problem, son. Yo, hit me. Call me on the number. Send me a text message. I will look and peer into your life. Let me interview some of your current women or some of your exes. Come on, because even the men who have grown and their testosterone has now depleted from them and they've changed their ways, you have left a trail of broken hearts, trunk full of skeletons in your closet. A barrage of battered, emotionally battered Bettys behind you. But then now you want to come up and you want to straighten up your tie and you want to twist your hair or get a little shape up, and then you want to pretend as if you weren't a fucking monster for 40 fucking years. As if you didn't fucking terrorize women and run trains in the project in your teens. Come on, son. It's like when are we going to stop playing this game that you want to stand up and talk about who it is that you are now? Who were you 10 years ago? Come on. It's like, come on. And then it's like these men don't understand how they lessen their chance of their children even surviving. Because when you go out there and you are a beast, right? And you act like a beast of uh, oh wow. How interesting. Okay. All right. Okay. A lot of different types of people walking around here. There was this little cutie. I've never. There's this little cutie in a child's wheelchair, but I've never seen a wheelchair so small. It's crazy. It was like a tiny little wheelchair. I'm like, how does a child even? And so the wheelchair had these long arms on it so that the mother could, it was like a stroller, but it was a wheelchair. So interesting. Wow. How interesting. How interesting. Life is so funny. But nonetheless, so I was saying, I think I was cussing somebody out before I got distracted, right? What was the last thing I was saying? I got distracted by that little stroller wheelchair. I've never seen anything like that before. Kimona's getting on the bus. Be your same focus. You know what? When you're outside in New York, it's not in your best interest to focus forward. You've got to keep your eye on the surroundings because New York is big city of dreams, but everything in New York ain't always what it seems. You might get got if you come from out of town. So, listen, you know how the song goes. But yes, okay, okay. So, hey, Muffin is back today. Thank you for the views and clicks and boosting my ratio. Welcome back. Behave yourself and stop triggering all these ladies in the comments, right? So is somebody saying, talking about my hair? See what I'm saying? Instead of going out there and building, they're talking about hair. But nonetheless, what I was saying is that they're so busy. Yes, 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 yes. They end up cutting off their gene pool because when they go out there acting like beasts and they know how horrible and terrible they were, they go out and they educate their daughters about how horrible men are, about how men don't care, how men are these animals and all this other stuff, right? So you go and you're like, I'm not going to let my daughters get into the same situation as all of these hussies or tricks or all of these bees that I effed, right? And then what happens? Then your daughters go out into the world self-conscious. Same way that I'm over here in New York, I always got to look over my shoulders. Your daughters go out there looking over their shoulders, determined not to get taken advantage of. They think that every man is out to get them, and they don't soften their hearts. And they don't allow themselves to get tricked, but they don't allow themselves to get loved. I thought about this when I was watching This Is Us. I know it's just a show, but I love the show and I love Randall and his family. I love his family. But Randall, in his family, his oldest daughter, the one he adopted, is dating, right? She has a boyfriend. She's in love with this boyfriend, and the parents have the boyfriend over for dinner and stuff like that. And she just went up to go visit him at college and blah, 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 right? Right? Okay. And the parents are okay with her and the knowledge of her having a boyfriend because they're fostering the relationship started in the home. The boy went off to college and the relationship is continuing, right? But I thought to myself, how the hell can these parents be okay with her having a boyfriend? I'm like, what's wrong with them? Don't these parents understand blah 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 blah? And then I thought, oh, look at Randall. Randall was a good guy. So Randall is teaching his daughters that there are good guys out there. And so they foster these healthy relationships starting in the home because the premise is there are good Black men out there. There are good men out there who will take care of you, who will look after you, who their love can be true and pure, and you can fall in love early and the relationship can last, right? Versus you being a fucking dog, miscreant of the earth, troving and roaming, and then you go out there and you teach your daughters, watch out for niggas. Niggas out here is grimy. Niggas is dirty. Niggas is this. They're gonna take advantage. They just want your pussy. Niggas don't love this. They don't love niggas is this. When you go out there and you teach your daughters that, then they go out there like, yeah, like, what up, son? Yeah, yeah. All right, maybe they don't go out there like that. Only if you're from Brooklyn. Only if you're from I don't have my clap machine with me, so I'm gonna clap on my own silly jokes. All right, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop making fun of Brooklyn, but Brooklyn people know what it is. Brooklyn people know what it is. Hold on, we got somebody. Oh, hold on. I gotta do a block. I gotta do a block. Somebody talking about some fake stocks. All right, let's see. Block user. Block. All right. All right, there we go. I just blocked somebody my first time on a telephone broadcast. All right, let's see. All right, so, oh my gosh, here's another one. Here we go. Block. Welcome to the block party. Hey, hey, I missed my setup. I missed my setup. I missed my setup. All right. What up, Done? Hey, Michonne's girl know what it is. All right. Okay, so we have another person. So anyway, so I want to see your thoughts on that. So what ends up happening is when you are a dog and you go out there and you think that you're doing the right thing by teaching your daughters about how many dogs are out there. We understand Muffin is special, but leave Muffin alone. He's not breaking any of the rules, right? Low Irie is saying she needs some cheesecake. You know what? That's what I should have done. I should have driven down to Junior's in Brooklyn. While I'm waiting, I should have driven down to Junior's in Brooklyn and All right. So there's a person in here using slurs. Okay, here, let me find them. Let me find them. I'm trying to find them. The chat only goes but so far back. I got to catch them when they come up. So, yeah, but you know what? There's a juniors that is in Midtown. They got a juniors oh, that strawberry cheesecake. If you know what? I wonder if we can drive to get some juniors with the strawberry and that crumble. All right, the sun is back. All right. That's what I'm saying. I just mentioned juniors in Midtown because the original juniors that I know is in Brooklyn. Because y'all know I went to Brooklyn Tech, so we used to go to that juniors over there. Ah, gosh. All right. All right. Yes. You know what? We we haven't done an in-person meetup in so long. We haven't. 42nd, is it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We talking about serious topics and then we get off on cheesecake. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Roberta's daughter went to Brooklyn Tech. Yeah, yeah. All right. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, New York style cheesecake. Is the cheesecake different other places? I didn't realize that New York had a special style. Yes, I went to Brooklyn Tech. Yes, I did. I went to a specialized high school. I thought I was going to be an architect. But by the time I finished at Tech, I realized that I was an orange circle in a room of blue lines. And I decided to I wanted to go to Pratt at first for college. And I was influenced. I know this is how I know people can be influenced by things that they watch because I was influenced by The Cosby Show and I was influenced by Denise Huxtable and going to Hillman. And I didn't want to go to an all girls school, but so I decided to go to CAU. So Clark Atlanta is my alma mater. When things open back up, maybe you might see me down at a homecoming one day talking about CAU. Those are the good old days, talk on it. Those are the good old days. Damn it. Good old days. Nonetheless. And then Jason is still going on. Ladies, soften up some. Let that man be great without your opinions. Go sit down. You're foolish. Ooh, that sun is coming in bright now, shining off this yellow jacket. I think I can take it off. I think I can take it off. The sun is coming in on your girl. Bathe me in your light. Yes, give me that vitamin D. Not the type that some of you out there are thinking about, but that real vitamin D. But nature, come touch my skin. Yes. So let's continue our conversation. Right. All right. All right. There's enough blame to go around, both men and women. So educate yourself. Nothing great about them. Hey, Tanya Becker, where have you been? It's been a minute since we've seen you, especially behind the scenes. Most Black men can't even grocery shop, let alone be great. I don't know where you're getting your most from, because if these men are out here single, who's grocery shopping for them? All right. Oh, we've been on for more than an hour. And so, listen, my name is Jordan. You're going to get yourself blocked. I've just put you in a timeout because you cannot objectify me. We will all speak here like adults. Don't offer me your dry, crusty ass dick. Okay. All right. Listen. Okay. Here we go. The feminine energy from these dudes this early in the morning is too much. Hey, you know what? We've been on for an hour. I'm going to jump out of here because I think we've broached the question, and we can always come back, but I would love a toasted bagel cream cheese right now. I haven't eaten eggs in a minute. During the pandemic, we didn't buy eggs, and then when I went to eat an egg again, it tasted like chicken ovaries. So it was repulsive to me when I tried to eat it again. But for those of you who know about egg and cheese on a roll in New York, yummy. They used to be so good back in the days. They used to be so good back in the days. But nonetheless, all right. So I think we Sharice is saying, yes, come back. Yeah, I might come back to just have no topic, just shoot the breeze in New York for a minute. The sun is doing its little trick, shining off the building, then tucking itself away. I don't know how it's doing that. You would think bacon, egg, and cheese on a roll, bacon, egg, and cheese on a hero. But I don't eat bacon and all that stuff. See, Truth is saying we black men are the gods on earth. But you know what? The thing about it is, you don't get to just claim that you're a god on earth while also participating and glorifying beast behavior. You know what I mean? Just Jay says eggs make her nauseous. Yeah. I used to be able to eat eggs. I can't eat them anymore. Well, I could eat them still in cake, but the taste of them just cooked by themselves, ugh, it tasted like chicken ovaries to me. It just didn't taste good at all. It didn't taste good at all. So, yeah. So anyway, let's I think we made the point. If there's anybody who has any last things that they want to say, go ahead and do that now. AMK is just coming in all late. We've been on here for more than an hour. So yeah, so we are definitely, well, if we can, because I still have in New York, there's always this type of steam. I don't see any, I don't see any street signs around here. So I'll show you all if I can. See if I can. Oh no, that turned it off. All right. Oh, you know what? No, there's an identifier. Right. I'm glad I didn't turn it on. There's an identifier of where I'm at. Right. But I wish you could see this steam that is like coming from this building. Let me see if I can just show part of it. Okay, here. Look, can you? No, I can't see it. Can't see it. I can't turn the camera around either. Can't. Let me see if I could. What is this dot over here? Video storage settings. Let's see what's in settings. Let's see, video settings. Let's see. Camera 2 facing front, camera 2 facing back. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, there's a thing in front. Oh the thing that's holding it. Okay, so here. Can you see that steam rising off the building right there? There's always so much steam in New York. I don't know if you see that. I'm closing it out. Oh my goodness. I don't want to show any hands in my video now. I can't even turn the camera back around, but we will see. Camera 2 facing front, camera 2 3 facing front, camera 2 1 facing front. Let's see. All right, there we go. All right. So nonetheless, finish up your last few comments about this topic here. We might come back out and just shoot the breeze because it seems like I have a lot longer to wait. That's from Con Ed. Is that what that is? The old plumbing. All right. Only in New York. Yes, for being conscientious about your safety. AMK, my throat hurts. I'm laying here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's see. All right. So nonetheless, we shall probably come. Oh, am I muted? Somebody's saying I'm muted. Ugh. All right. Anyway, I'm going to sit for a moment. I'm going to think about where I might be able to get a bagel. And then where might I get a bagel around here? Toasted bagel, cream cheese. I didn't bring a scarf and hat and all that stuff because I wasn't expecting to leave the car. But now I want me a toasted bagel. Sesame seed. Oh my goodness. All right. All right. Somebody want to know which area of Manhattan? I'm near Columbus Circle. That's where I'm at. I'm near Columbus Circle. I'm near Columbus Circle. That's why me finding parking is a lot more difficult than you may imagine. But you know, your girl got the magic touch. La toca mágica. You know, I got that touch. All right. Oh, she's on a nothing white diet. Girl, I hear you. Dunkin', this ain't no Dunkins in Manhattan. Won't you stop that? This is not the burbs. This is Manhattan. This is not the burbs. Yes, I'm in New York. I've been in New York for almost 2 years now with the pandemic. I even had a meetup in New York when I first got back here. Where y'all been? I've been in New York for so long. I am New York. Just like that white woman says she is Black culture. I am. No, 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 no. Let me not compare myself to she. That woman was crazy. Anyway, I'm thinking about where I could get a bagel cream cheese at right now. Toasted bagel cream cheese near Columbus Circle. There are Starbucks around here, but I wouldn't want to give my money to Starbucks because they're not going to give me my cream cheese like a deli or bodega would. People from New York know. You go to other places. I went to Virginia to get a bagel with cream cheese, and they had some a little wipe of cream cheese. I said, "What is yeah?" I said, "No, no, 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 no. I need cream cheese." In New York, they give you a 1/4 inch of cream cheese block just cut and put right on top of your bagel. And then it gets hot and all melty. So, like, the top of it melts and the middle of it is still kind of stiff. And you just crunch into that. Ah! So good. So good. I'm going to have to go find me some right now on the strength. All right. So, listen, no coffee. Nobody want no coffee. Nobody want no coffee. All right. All right. Oh yeah, you know my New York accent. This the coffee and stuff. This, I can't start talking about New York stuff. The accents start coming back out. I have to speak with my nice, placid broadcasting accent. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think the in Virginia they gave me a little wipe of cream cheese. I said, "What is this?" I said, "No, no, no." I said, "I ordered a toasted bagel with cream cheese, ma'am." But they didn't understand what we meant by cream cheese. I'm telling you, those people from New York, they give you a 1/4 inch or two. I didn't even know that there were people. I thought that was normal. I didn't even know that people were just barely wiping their bread with cream cheese. It was like you couldn't even see it. They were like, "Oh, cream cheese has such a high fat ratio." I said, "No, what the F? Give me, or was it, where was it?" Listen, I know, look, it's starting to get cold again, and I want to go out there and brace the cold to find me a bagel, toasted bagel with cream cheese. Another yellow coat man is near me, but no, he probably thought we were kindred with the whole yellow coat business going on, but we not. We not. Anyway, I was all right. I will see you all in the next video. All right. Tanya TKO and I'll go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And part of loving yourself is really escaping from this "I'm a beast" mentality and really stepping into higher vibrations of thought. It's like I don't understand why the impulse is to evolute yourself down instead of evolute yourself up. You know what I mean? All right, I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, you all. Take care, take care, take care. Tanya TKO, and I'm out.